It's your man Mario. Welcome back into another episode of the Random Select Podcast. Y'all know it's the podcast that's all about thought-provoking talk, baby. Right here. Welcome to your new favorite podcast and welcome to your new best friend. Come on in, tell somebody. That way you can see what's really going on inside of the podcast and we can get that thing crunk and popping just like that. Do anybody even say get that thing popping and crunk? I don't know. I don't give a damn. I'm just doing it because, hey, that's what I want to do. Like I said, welcome in. It's Mario. Back with another episode. And today, before we actually get into that, y'all can follow me out there anywhere that you get your podcast out there in the social media world, out there in digital land, in those digital streets. You'll find me posted up on the blog, baby. YouTube, Facebook, find me on X, formerly known as Twitter. You can find me definitely in them TikTok streets at Mario Watts 2. You can find me there. Go there, support. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. I'm trying to do more content more regularly now that I'm back focused on things, back focused on doing what I'm supposed to do, back focused on because all the things that I have and all the success that I've had in my year 50 it's all due to the podcast. I wouldn't be anywhere or I wouldn't had the chance to meet a lot of people if it wasn't for the podcast. So even though my life is progressing and I'm going in a lot of different directions and I am experiencing some success, I would never ever forget that it's the podcast that sent me down this road. So every so often I still am going to do the podcast, even though professional wise and career wise my life is really taking off, but I'm always find time to do the podcast and let you know what's going on with your man Mario. All right, so yeah, with that being said, today I want to talk about how people see you, right? And in particular your friends and your family members, right? You never realize that people could ride with you and people could be down for you and people can say we down like 4 flat tires. That's my day one. That's my 10 toes down person. But you don't realize how people really and truly see you until you start to either have some adversity between you two or there starts to be a gap between you two. And when I say gap, I mean like when like everybody put it like this, struggle. A lot of people find friends in struggle. A lot of people find comfort in numbers when y'all struggling, right? Because all y'all got is really each other because you ain't got a damn thing else. So struggle tends to make people be close to each other because y'all can understand and recognize what it takes to be wherever you at or what it took for you to get there, right? But the problem with that is once you get to a point where you come up out of struggle and you start to hit the other side, you yourself, and the other person is still kind of going through struggles, they don't look at you the same. It's almost like, we have a stranger in the midst, you know what I mean? Because the struggle is the thing that bonded you. The struggle is the thing that made you where you feel like you can conquer all odds. But once you've got over that hurdle, once you've got over that obstacle and they're still there, now you become almost like the enemy. Not necessarily the enemy, but you become that person where they look at you different, where things are just things are not quite the same. They just see you as a person who's, as somebody once told me recently, and I've had 3 people tell me this year, and people that was truly in my inner circle, truly I thought was, down with me no matter what, tell me that I'm lucky, and the first time I just kind of, let it go. The second time I felt some type of way about it, right? The third time I felt some type of way about it and I did not let it go because I said lucky. So when nobody else around and I'm getting up at 4:30 in the morning putting these workout in? Is that lucky? When I'm putting extra hours in at work to make sure that my job is done right and to make sure that they understand that, yo, I'm putting in that work at work. You know what I'm saying? Is that lucky? Is it lucky when I decide I want to watch what I eat so I can lose a little few pounds and get in shape and be more healthy and look a little better? You know, is that luck? Is it luck when I decide that I want to start my own company, my own IT company, my own production company, go back to school and get certification so I could do certain things? Is all that luck? Is it luck that I had the discipline to do all of that? Is that luck? So they looked at me like, why you got to take it there? The same reason you had to take it there. So I'm supposed to just sit there and respect the fact that you could take it there and tell me that I'm lucky. But you can't sit there and respect the fact for me to tell you how luck ain't got a damn thing to do with hard work and discipline and dedication and devotion. So don't tell me about that luck, right? Because you don't have the discipline to do what I do. You lack the discipline to do what I do. That's why you are stagnated in your life. And I don't hate the fact, or I don't comment on the fact, or I don't talk about the fact that you are doing that. You're my friend no matter what you do. But don't project because you're not moving forward or you're not elevating yourself onto me to tell me that because I am moving forward and because I am elevating myself that I'm lucky. Luck has nothing to do with it, player. And let's say you did believe in luck, right? Let's say that luck was a type of thing that comes to your doorstep. Luck only can apply is that whenever you get your opportunity, you're ready for the opportunity. Because luck can come and say, hey, are you ready to go do this? But if you're not prepared to do it, then all that is just time wasted by the person who presented you with the lucky opportunity because your ass wasn't ready. So even if I was lucky, I put myself in a position where I am ready when luck came a-calling. So don't tell me anything about luck. So that's why I say you never know how people really see you. You never know who's sitting back and who's envious of you. You never know who's sitting back who's jealous of you. You never know who's sitting back wishing for your demise, wishing for your downfall. And you never know who's sitting back not respecting the work that you put in, not respecting what you've done. You never know who's sitting back. And the whole time while you out there getting it, putting in that work, they think that you're lucky. And they don't understand what it took for you to get there. They just assume that you woke up one day, job opportunity knocked at the door, good health knocked at the door, willing to work out, knock at the door, willingness to be disciplined, knock at the door. They think it's all just luck. So it brings me to the point where I got a feeling, a really big feeling, and a really solid feeling that in 2025, I'm gonna lose quite a few friends. I mean, I've come to that conclusion because in 2024 and 2022, a few friends fell off. 2024 and 2023, a few friends fell off because I stopped holding my tongue and I started being really honest, and then people started calling me mean. People started saying that's not like you, Mario, because they used to me being so diplomatic and trying to come up with a solution for shit shows that they created. And I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of being the problem solver for everybody else's life. And then I got to put my life on the back burner because I'm solving problems for everybody else. I'm tired of people creating shit shows and expect me to clean it up. I'm tired of people not willing to put in the due diligence to learn something all because they feel all we can call Mario and Mario figure it out for us. I'm tired of people not feeling like they have to go the extra mile for their life and they just sit back and watch me go the extra mile for my life, and then they tell me that it's fucking luck. So I got a feeling in 2025 I'm definitely gonna shake loose a few friends, and it's cool with me because at the end of the day, everybody say, oh well, you want to be around like-minded people. You want to run in circles where the community is a uplifting community and we all doing similar type things. But if you look at your friend circle, right? Is that a like-minded community? because a lot of friends act like they're like-minded with you, but as y'all get older, you understand there's a separation that happens. There's a divide. There comes a point in friendships, if y'all not truly 10 toes down or day ones, that you could feel the divide. You could feel the tension. You could feel that it's just not quite the same. And no matter what you do, when you say, okay, this don't feel like it used to feel, so I'm gonna do my best to try to get back to that. I'm gonna do my best to try to be the one to extend the olive branch and say, hey, what are you doing? Hey, let's hang out. Let's do whatever that makes us feel back familiar. Or do whatever that makes us feel like we're back in sync, like there's some synchronicity to us. But then you realize that that person has no interest in doing it because they feel the way they feel and they don't want to budge off of that. And then once you get to the point where they feel the way they feel and they don't want to budge off of that, then you get into that mode where you feel like you starting to kiss ass. And if I feel like I'm starting to kiss ass, then it automatically makes it not worth it to me. Because if I gotta kiss your ass and I gotta beg and grovel for you to be friends and for us to have a decent friendship, then it's not worth it. And as I said in 2024 on certain podcasts, I'm getting to the point where I understand what people mean when they say if it's not mutually beneficial, then it's automatically no. Because you don't realize so many people take that they never take the time to understand that maybe this is the moment where even if I'm not giving, I be neutral. I at least listen. Because I realize a lot of people that I talk to, they talk a lot and they don't understand. Now I got several people in my life that could talk for 20-25 minutes without you saying a word. So at that particular point, we're not having a conversation. We're having a lecture. You're talking and I'm listening. A conversation is where there's legitimate back and forth between two people who have like interest in whatever is talking, or you're telling me a story, or you're telling me something where then at the end of the story you ask me what I think, or try to get my feedback or my input about that particular story. But when you talk for 22 minutes and could care less if I say anything, you just want to be heard. You're not interested in listening. And I deal with a lot of people in my life who are not interested in listening. Now, granted, there are times where I don't want to talk. Sorry, there are times that I don't really have anything to say. But just to know that the art of conversation amongst certain people is slowly but for surely dying. A lot of people just want to spew their talk. They just want to say what they got to say. And then they could care less if you get a chance to say anything. And that's disheartening. So to bring all this back into focus, to bring all this back around, I got a feeling in 2025, I'm going to lose some friends. And I've made peace with that. Because sometimes y'all be worried about if you can't roll with them. They've been my friends since I was in the second grade. And what you truly got to realize and truly got to understand is that you're not the same person from the second grade. So how can you expect them to be the same person from the second grade? And because you value the friendship a certain way doesn't mean that everybody see the friendship the same. Because one thing we know about value is value means different things to different people. That's the whole reason they got one man's trash is another man's treasure. Because to this man who's throwing this out, it's trash. To the man walking by it, oh my God, I've been looking for one of these. Oh my God, I can't believe this was just sitting out here at the curb, somebody throwing it away. So you can't say how you value something is the same way another person value it, because we know value is all about perception. Because even little kids go through it. Even little kids have things that they neglect, right? Totally neglect, like the toys that they haven't played with in a long time. But let another little kid come along and try to play with that toy. The first thing they say, you can't play with that. That's my favorite toy in the world. When the mom say, let him play with that. You haven't played with that toy in months. And then I do play with that toy. Then the boy who owns the toy want to have a fit. when they know that they didn't play with that toy, but the thought of it just being theirs, the thought of it that it had value, no value until somebody else came along and saw value in it, right? That's why we are as humans. That's how you grow up to be. That's how things are. And if you take that around and flip it to your friendship, the value that I thought I had with these friendships, the value of the friendship or as a whole that I thought it was with me, clearly is not. Because for somebody to walk up to my face and feel like they got the confidence and the wherewithal and the pure unmitigated gall to tell me that all the accomplishment I've had this year in 2024 is fucking luck. Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is that you don't mind if you lose me as a friend. You don't mind going on the strap heap. So once I said what I said to them, and I told them, hey, look, I am in a different space in my life. I'm in a space where I'm trying to go get things. I'm in a different space where I feel that there are things I left out there on the shelf I'm going to get. Everything that I left in 2024 that I feel like was due me, I'm coming to get in 25. That's what y'all got to understand. Everything that I left on the shelf in 2024 that everybody thought that Mario just forgot about. I didn't forget. I just needed time to make sure I got my weight up enough to come back and get it. Because anybody that owed me, anybody that I got receipts on or anything like that, I may not call it all in, but the big important stuff are the things that I need to set straight because it's bothering me. For all the things I didn't say to certain people that they're still here and able for me to say. In 2025, those things are going to be said to you come hell or high water, whether you like them or not. There are things that need to be set straight as far as my soul go, as far as how I feel about it go. Because you think you had the last say, you think you had the last word. Nah, because normally I'm built to try to solve problems. Normally I'm built not to try to cause the problem. I'm a problem solver. But in 2025, fuck your problems. You don't care anything about mine. So in 2025, if it ain't directly contributed to me, I'm not solving anybody's fucking problems. If it doesn't mutually benefit me, I'm not solving anybody's fucking problems. If it doesn't directly contribute to my businesses or where I'm trying to go and what I'm trying to secure, I'm not solving nobody's fucking problem. So at the end of the day, come 2025, I mean, I hate to be this person, but then again, I don't. Fuck your problems. Because if you can't help me solve mine, fuck yours. And that's the bottom line to that. And I hate to be that person. But once again, I really don't. That's just something inherently built in us to say, because most of the time we don't hate to be that person, or you wouldn't be being that person right now. So I ain't solving nobody's problems, because I'm going to take all that energy that I was using to put into other people's problem solving and solve my own problems. 2024 was the best year of my life by far. And I like that feeling. I fucking love that feeling. And I don't want it to stop. So I'm going to keep going. With or without you. And that's just what it is. Alright? So I'm going to leave it right there, people. I just wanted to get on here and drop a little something really quick. I didn't want to hold you guys for a long time, because I know a lot of people have short attention spans and can't, stay focused on stuff for a long time. So I hope if you feel that way that you can't focus on them, watch a little bit now and save some for later. You know what I mean? Y'all know what that is, 9 later. So take that. Thank you for hanging out with your boy. Thank you. But keep in mind that, sometimes people don't see your relationship, your friendships the way you do. The value you place on it is not necessarily the value that other people are placing on it. So sit back, really take a second look at some things and see where you probably are at in your real friendships. See where you at with your family members, because sometimes you living in la la land, baby, and they ain't even there with you. So, and then when you ask them to come visit, they don't want to come to la la land with you. Then you were like, it's nice over here. but then they tell you that's not real. Not even tell you, then they show you that's not real. All right, so we're gonna leave it right there. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget you can catch me everywhere that there are podcasts. Definitely go to the YouTube, definitely go to the TikTok, definitely go to the X. And I thank you guys, and I'll see you later. So I can definitely tell you the next podcast, the very, 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 very next podcast is going to be about the things we talk coming up. Maybe some of the things that we talk were not right, where we know some were not right. And maybe some of the people we learned from weren't as smart as we thought they were. Because as you get older, you start to debunk a lot of things and say, wait a minute, I was told this, and that turned out not to be right. So I guess our parents and our uncles and our aunties did their very best, but you're going to realize that some of that stuff, some of that logic, some of that knowledge was shaky as hell. And we're going to get into it on the next podcast, all right? So with that being said, I'm out. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. And Mario is out. All right? Talk to you later, guys.
Mario!